August 6, 1945. In less than a second, one explosion changed the course of history forever. But why did the United States make this unimaginable decision? By the summer of 1945, World War II had already claimed millions of lives, yet Japan refused to surrender despite suffering devastating losses. Every battle became bloodier than the last. American leaders feared that invading Japan could cost hundreds of thousands of lives. But hidden deep inside the American desert, another plan was already taking shape, a weapon unlike anything the world had ever seen. The project was called the Manhattan Project, the most secret and expensive military mission in human history. More than 130,000 people worked in complete secrecy, while billions of dollars were spent to build a weapon the world had never imagined. Leading the mission was physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, a man who would later become known as the father of the atomic bomb. On July 16, 1945, the world's first nuclear weapon was finally tested, and nothing would ever be the same again. With the bomb now ready, the final decision rested in the hands of one man, President Harry S. Truman. American leaders believed the bomb could end the war immediately and prevent an invasion that might cost countless more lives. On July 26th, the Allies issued the Potsdam Declaration, demanding Japan's unconditional surrender, but the warning was ignored. With no surrender in sight, America prepared to use the most destructive weapon ever created for the very first time. With no surrender in sight, America prepared to use the most destructive weapon ever created for the very first time. Seconds later, the bomb named Little Boy was released, beginning its silent fall toward the city below. 43 seconds later, a blinding flash lit up the sky and history changed forever. Within moments, an entire city was devastated. Thousands of lives were lost and countless others were changed forever. The world stood in shock, but despite Hiroshima's destruction, Japan's government still had not agreed to surrender. Meanwhile, another historic event changed everything. The Soviet Union declared war on Japan, opening an entirely new front. American leaders feared the war could continue for months. Another mission was already underway, carrying a second atomic bomb. On August 9, 1945, the bomber reached Nagasaki, and history was about to repeat itself. At exactly 11:02 a.m., the second atomic bomb, known as Fat Man, exploded above Nagasaki. Two cities had now been devastated. The reality of nuclear warfare shocked leaders across the entire world. For the first time, Emperor Hirohito decided to speak directly to the Japanese people, urging them to accept surrender. On August 15, 1945, Japan officially surrendered, bringing the deadliest war in human history to an end. On August 15, 1945, Japan officially surrendered, bringing the deadliest war in human history to an end. Supporters argued the bombs ended the war quickly and may have prevented an even deadlier invasion of Japan. Critics believed Japan was already close to defeat, making the bombings both unnecessary and deeply tragic. Even today, historians continue to debate whether history could have taken a different path. The bomb ended one war, but it also began a new global rivalry known as the Cold War. In 1949, the Soviet Union successfully tested its first atomic bomb, ending America's nuclear monopoly. Soon, both superpowers raced to build even more powerful nuclear weapons, capable of destroying entire nations. For decades, the world lived under the terrifying shadow of nuclear war, where one mistake could have changed everything. Today, Hiroshima has risen from the ashes, becoming a global symbol of peace, resilience, and hope. Every year, thousands gather here to remember the lives lost and to hope such a tragedy is never repeated. Yet nuclear weapons still exist, and thousands remain ready for launch around the world. The lessons of 1945 still shape global politics, military strategy, and the future of humanity. Even the scientists who created the bomb were forever changed by what they had unleashed upon the world. Many later questioned whether scientific achievement had come at an unimaginable human cost. The atomic bomb changed more than a war. It transformed military strategy, diplomacy, and the balance of global power. From that moment on, every major conflict carried the shadow of nuclear weapons. Since 1945, no nation has used a nuclear weapon in war, but the threat has never truly disappeared. Instead, the world entered an era of nuclear deterrence, where fear itself became the strongest weapon. During the Cold War, the world came dangerously close to nuclear conflict more than once. Each crisis reminded humanity that a single decision could change the fate of millions. After the war, nations realized that another nuclear conflict could threaten the future of civilization itself. International agreements were created to reduce the risk of nuclear war, but the danger has never completely disappeared. Today, the story of Hiroshima is taught around the world, not to celebrate power, but to remember its consequences. Nearly 80 years later, the world still remembers the moment that changed history forever. The atomic bomb ended World War II, but it also opened the door to an age where humanity could destroy itself. Since then, world leaders have carried the responsibility of preventing another nuclear catastrophe. The events of August 1945 continue to influence global politics, military strategy, and international diplomacy. History cannot be changed, but it can teach us the value of peace, wisdom, and responsibility. Every generation inherits the lessons of the past. The question is, will we learn from them? The decisions made in 1945 still echo across our world, reminding us that peace is never guaranteed. Understanding history is not about reliving the past, it's about protecting the future. Because the greatest victories are not won through destruction, but through understanding and peace. The story of the atomic bomb is more than a military decision, it is a warning for all humanity. Its legacy continues to shape the choices leaders make, even today. Its legacy continues to shape the choices leaders make, even today. History doesn't just tell us where we've been, it shows us where we're going. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more untold stories from American history